So this will be my first string job with string everything at 10% pre-stretch. Let me turn on the pre-stretch. Got that turned on. Customer, this is a pure Aero Jr racket. He wants to go with RPM blast at 48 pounds. Previously, he got it strung by me with 58 pounds in the mains and 48 in the crosses. So with it being winter time, his father and I decided to lower the tension to 48 all throughout. So we'll do 48. And by default, all my string jobs are going to be with 10% pre-stretch from now on. Uh, 16 by 19 string pattern. I always try to keep their dampener right here. This racket has 6 grommet holes in the throat. So I'm looking to achieve at least a couple minutes faster of a string job by clamping off the strings as soon as it beeps, because I got the pre-stretch turned on and I no longer have to worry about that initial tension drop. Especially other Tomcat users, if you have a digital scale, can you do me a favor and check your tensioner, see if it does this same thing that mine does. I would really appreciate it. I guess stringing the mains, I can't clamp it off as soon as it beeps because obviously I gotta takes time for me to move the clamp on each side. But with stringing the crosses, I should be able to clamp off quicker because I would have the trailing clamp holding the tension, so that I can use the new clamp for the string under tension like right away without having to move the same clamp over. Dampener. Jesus. Racquet has grommet hole skips at 7 and 9, top and bottom. Go below the diablo. Going below the diablo, I get an extra couple pounds, 1.8 pounds plus 10 or 15% of extra tie-off knot tension. I got it stored in the puller. Right on. Everything matches. Alright, let's go ahead on the crosses. Because I'm trying to save string, I'm going to tie this off right away. realized that by releasing the trailing clamp every time, I have a habit of waiting at least a couple of seconds for the strings to release themselves from the previous, bend after I release the trailing clamp anyways. So right there is like the extra second or two that I had to wait anyways. See what I mean? I don't clamp it off right after the beep anyways, unless I'm going to start keeping all my trailing clamps on, like what most of the stringers do. I think only a few stringers that I've ever seen have a habit of releasing the trailing clamp like I do. And doing that, you actually technically should be able to achieve a higher dynamic tension. That's one other video idea that I could do once I get my ERT 300 in order to prove that, but just by the, theoretically, I could assume that would be the case. But since I started this racket using the method of releasing the trailing clamp on the crosses, I will continue to do that for the remaining racket. And in order to not bore you any further, let me catch you at the end. Because this is a shaped string, that's why I'm weaving the final string like this. This way you will not get that ugly twisting spiral, that ugly spiraling effect on the string. See if I can get the string to come out at the right hand side. Yep, came out above the main string. That's the way I want it. Look, I cut it. I'm still wasting like almost a foot of string. So catch you next time. Take it easy.